Hi there! Okay, so very quickly, today is Sunday. We're going to have a casual barbecue party. I mean, not a party, but like some friends are coming over. We're just going to make a barbecue. It's going to be a very casual and fun day. So I wanted to do a casual look. Basically, kind of like a no makeup look. I want to do something very minimal. I don't want to look like I try too hard because it's just a barbecue. I'm very casually dressed as well. So I wanted to quickly hop on here to show you what I do when I want to look a little bit more put together while still looking very natural. So let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, I want to set my brows into place because I'm obsessed with this product, the Got to Be Glued Hair Spiking Gel. I mean, I exclusively use this product for my brows. I don't even fill them in anymore. So basically, I'm just going to take a spoolie and get a little bit of product on it. And I'm going to brush it through my brows, basically back and forth, to coat the brows into this product. A little bit on the other brow. And for now, I'm just going to leave it like this so it kind of gets a little bit tackier. Because the product, when you first get it out of the tube, basically is very liquidy, so it kind of requires a little bit of dry time in order for you to be able to set the brows however you want to. I'm going to attempt to brush them upwards. Basically, I'm placing them upwards and out, but like you can place them however you like. Just going to brush them out like that, and I'm using my fingers to flatten them. You can use like your brush to kind of do this kind of a thing, but for me it's just easier to use the finger. And I'm switching back and forth. I'm like brushing and flattening. They do need like a minute to dry completely, but then you can, like, they're unmovable at this point. Now that they had the time to sit and dry, what I want to do next is clean up around the brow, even though I'm not going to apply foundation. But like I don't want to get like crumbles and stuff around my skin here. So I'm just going to clean it up with, this is just a toning lotion. I'm just going to use a Q-tip. You can use micellar water or a toner or whatever you have. I'm just going to basically go around my brow to clean up the skin. So like I said, I'm not going to apply foundation, but I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer. Just going to use something that's very natural, like has a very light coverage but brightens my under eyes. This is the YSL, did I just say? I was thinking Touche eclat. So it's the YSL Touche eclat Radiant Touch. It's in the shade 2. And I'm just going to use it on my under eyes. But I'm going to concentrate it in the inner portion. So here I have a little bit of darkness, a little bit of discoloration, and I'm going to avoid applying it right here because otherwise it's going to crease. I'm just going to keep it here because in this portion I do not have eye creases, and I just want to brighten this area here because I'm not going to use powder to set it, so I want to avoid the creasing area, if that makes any sense. To blend it out, you can just use your fingers, but my nails unfortunately are too long for me to properly reach this area, so I'm going to go for a brush. This is a Makeup Addiction large shader brush. I just use it for blending the concealer usually. Just going to do little taps and keep the concealer in this area. So keep the concentration here. Just going to kind of blend it like that around here, not bringing it kind of underneath my eyes where my creases are. So I'm just going to do little taps, and it just did a little bit of brightening. I'm also going to use the tiniest bit of that right here, kind of to cancel out this coloration. It's not huge, but like it will just make the entire look a little bit cleaner, let's say. And here I just I will just use my fingers. Basically what I want to do with this look is just create kind of a more rested version of myself. I want to look like I'm eating healthy and sleeping a lot, so yeah. I also want to cover this little guy that I destroyed myself. So this is like my creation, my monster. But for that I'm going to need a higher coverage concealer. I'm going to go for my Stay Naked by Decay. But probably I will need something lighter as well, because this is kind of like a darker shade for me. So we'll just mix in a little bit of this Fenty like tiny dot of that. And I'm going to leave it dry there for a little bit so it provides a little bit more coverage. And back to my Touche Eclat brightener. I think I'm going to apply a little bit here to highlight this area. Kind of will make me look like I'm smiling. And also this little guys, but like just a tiny bit. They're still quite visible, but whatever. I do have a slightly redness on my chin. Going to even that out. Okay, I think I can now blend this out. I'm just going to do little taps. I'm going to attempt to go around the pimple more than on a pimple itself, because like I want to have really nice coverage on the pimple itself and just blend the edges so it kind of will not look like I have concealer there. Basically, I'll be using my hands a lot for this look. If you look at my face, you can see that I am very pale. Like I have an overall yellow tone on my skin. So I want to add a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of blush to make me look alive. So I have this bronzer stick from Fenty. It's in the shade Latte. It's pretty warm tone, so it works for my olive complexion, but if you are a little bit cooler in tone, this wouldn't work. This is not a contour, as you can see, it's pretty warm, but it does add a little bit of life back to my skin and I love it for that. I'm just going to do again, blend it with my fingers. I especially love this particular product when I'm not wearing any makeup, I don't know why. Like I'm not wearing foundation and stuff. It just added a little bit of something. Naturally I'm looking very flat. I'm going to add a little bit on my nose. Let's do the forehead as well. I'm just tapping with my finger, I'm not wiping the product around. I'm also going to need a little bit of cream blush again to make me look a little bit healthier. My skin naturally does not have a lot of redness, maybe just on my nose, but it's like a very tiny bit, and on my cheeks they're very flat and yellow. So I'm going to take the cream blush by Fenty. It's in the shade Crush on Cupid. Just going to take it on my finger like that and tap it kind of here on the sides of my face, applying it pretty high up. It makes me look a little bit healthier, as you can see. It kind of I mean, it adds a little bit more color to my face, which is something that I'm lacking naturally. I don't think I'll be applying cream highlighter today, like my skin is already kind of glowing. So I'm just going to leave it like this. The cream blush does not set completely, so it doesn't have a matte finish. It stays kind of dewy like that. So I think that is enough for me as far as glow goes. Okay, I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara. I'm going to use my Maybelline, the Colossal. This is slightly dried out, but I feel like a slightly dried out mascara kind of does the trick for this look, because you don't want loaded full lashes with this look. I personally think that it just looks out of balance with such a natural face and basically no eyeshadow at all. But I'm going to curl my lashes a little bit, and I'm going to apply the smallest coat of mascara. I just want something to make my lashes look a little bit darker, and maybe just add a little bit of length, but I don't want them to be loaded with mascara. I think that is enough for me. I'm not even going to apply it on the lower lashes. As you can see, the difference is not huge, they're just a little bit darker, mainly. When it comes to very natural looks, this is the lip pencil for me. The NYX it just says lip liner in the shade Nude Beige. This is the closest thing to my lip color that I ever used. So I'm just going to slightly overline, like going basically on this kind of a double line that I have here. Just smudge it a little bit. I'm just going to use it to fill in a little bit. I'm going to finish this look off with a little bit of clear lip balm, aka Vaseline for me. This just works amazing as a lip balm for myself. Just going to use a little bit of that on my lips. And that is everything for today's look. Basically a, let's say, improved version of myself. Still looks very natural. most guys will think that I wear no makeup at all. We know that. If you like this kind of a look, make sure to also check out my clean makeup look. I'm going to link it somewhere on the screen. It's basically something similar to this. So the clean makeup look that I did is a little bit heavier. I wouldn't call it heavy, but like a little bit heavier than this. I think I also use foundation in that one, or like a skin tint or something. Whatever. Hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'm just going to go with my day. We're just going to do the barbecue and probably play some board games. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I look forward to that. And that's it. I hope you're having the most amazing day ever, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!